Marge. And Marge, if you help me with your last name.
Yes,
Lidalda.
it's Lidalda, Lidalda.
Okay, and Marge is a longtime friend. We're just kind of cruising around in Denver right now, and we're going to kind of rehearse and flashback on some powwows that we've been to together, and along with our friend Angelique Acevedo Baron, which we will be having also a chat with in time. So right now we have Marge. Hello, Marge.
Hi there.
So it looks like we've been around, we've done powwows. How have you seen, or if you could tell me how you've noticed the increase of Native American women and their participation with powwows, be it dancing or be it sales or participation, period? If that has been more of a presence than before, or how do you feel?
Well, I was in construction all my life, and I got hurt on the job, and so I had just come out of having my leg surgery. I had a total knee replacement on my left in 1993, and so in 1994 I went to Denver March Powwow. I met a friend that I grew up with, and she was selling stuff, and she said, "You should come and do it." And I said, "Oh, I'm in so much pain." And she said, "Marge, come and do it. You know, get out of the house, do this, do this." And she's the one that introduced me to the powwow thing. And they were having, in those days, this back in 93, 94, they were having regular powwows at least once a month at the Denver Indian Center on Morrison Road in Utica. So I was going there, and then I graduated to larger ones. I met a lot of people, men and women, so then the children and so forth. But since then, I can tell you that it's been pretty static. It's usually about the same amount that couples work together, women that were single parents. A lot of their income came from their handcrafts to help raise their children. I saw an influx of natives from all over the place. From the south, you have the Hopi and the Apache and the different pueblos, the Navajo. You see a lot of people in Denver now from the Dakotas, Pine Ridge, Rosebud. You see a lot of people from Oklahoma, the Ponca, the Kiowa.
Are you saying then that
Yes.
they're migrating more into sales and making money for themselves through the powwows now?
Yes. Yes.
Wow, that's nice.
And what's the other thing that's kind of nice is the fact that their youngsters, their children and their grandchildren are more versed in electronics than we were. I'm almost 80 years old, and we didn't even have telephones when I was young, when I was a kiddo. And so they're teaching their parents how to put their stuff online. They're getting them cards printed. I joined the Colorado Chamber of Commerce, Native American Chamber of Commerce, and if you are part of their Elder Progressive program, they have you on the website, and so people will call you, and I mean, there's a support system for the elders.
Wow.
Yes, it's really nice.
So does this mean, by chance, does elders get to have a better discount if they're going to do selling at a powwow?
No, we don't. No, everybody pays. Time ago, we're talking back in the back in the 90s. In the 90s, just before the 2003, we used to have sponsors where we would have a powwow, like Coors. Coors is one of them. Coors used to sponsor a powwow once a year in Golden at a park. It was in Golden. They used to do that, but the reason then one day it stopped. I mean, I was looking forward to going to Golden for that yearly powwow, and it wasn't there anymore. so I was asking why, and they said the reason was there were several Native American people that were employed there in, like middle management and so forth. And so Coors was paying for us to, have the space, and they'd sponsor the powwow. Well, once these three people retired, the Coors said that they couldn't sponsor us anymore unless we used their product. So here's the thing: if Native people are trying not to drink, trying to be sober, citizens, then why would we drink? And so, I thought that was pretty bad, that they couldn't do it out of the goodness of their heart to support the community. If you weren't using their product, forget it,
Wow.
But we used to have sponsorship all over the place, and it just isn't the way it used to be. So what's happened is more and more of the natives have taken their economic future in hand, and we sponsor ourselves. And we really depend on the colleges like Auraria, CU, DU, Metro. The native youngsters. I call them children because they're teenagers and just got out of high school, and they're going to college, and they form Native American clubs, and they sponsor. I'm looking forward to the May 13th powwow at DU that's sponsored by the school. It's things like that. And then the other thing, we have a church, Four Winds Church.
And I'm sorry to interrupt,
Uh-huh.
but where's a good site, if you know by chance, or an organization to look for information on powwows?
I think you can get on Google and look at, I'm not sure if it's Powwow Incorporated or something like that. A long time ago, we used to have a booklet that you could get. It was a book, just like a little brochure, and it told you about powwows from Alaska all the way down to Florida.
What about the Indian Center? Would they have
A long time ago, we used to go to the Indian Center, and people would go post a flyer, but it isn't, I don't know, ever since COVID, we don't really utilize the places like we should.
Let's see. Well, then I feel that this is a tradition that will continue to carry on as it has,
Yes.
apparently, for ever and ever. And I'm sure there are also scholastic, I want to say scholarships, really, for some of these schools or participants, maybe, that, people who want to support or have monies for the dancers, especially. I think, isn't Denver, if I'm not mistaken, the Denver powwow has the biggest purse of all powwows in the U.S. Is that correct?
No, I think March powwow is, we always call it the kickoff, because it comes in March, and then right after that is the big gathering of nations, and that's like twice the size. You have to make sure that you have housing, way ahead and stuff, because boy, the influx of people is just incredible.
You have camping or anything
Yes,
like that?
yes, but you can camp. But one of the other
Going to
things,
Allen, you're gonna make a left on Allen.
yeah. But one of the best things that I think, I don't know who started it, but if you can go and get the plates. It's a Native American plates,
Really?
and you pay for that, and you pay like $25 extra every year to keep that plate, and that $25 for everybody that pays goes towards the scholarship, the college fund. It's called the Native American College Fund.
I'll be.
If anybody ever wanted to support the scholastic for the natives, the Native American the college fund, Native American College Fund. I think it's listed in Google.
some of our young people coming up in the world with their scholastic programs and their endeavors as well. Do hope to see any of your shiny faces at a powwow, and let's see what we can all learn together. So thank you very much, Marge, and
You're welcome.
we hope to chat with you again.